back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. As you see on screen right there, I'll be going live on Twitch in exactly 2 hours. Because 2 hours after this video's release will be 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone, which is my time zone. Now, I have a pinned comment in the comment section down below with my Twitch link, and I'm going live in 2 hours, and then they'll say, I'm going live now. So click on that hyperlink, it will bring you straight to my Twitch page, and hit the follow button for me. But if you're in a different time zone, it's cool, because this YouTube channel right here, that's why I upload a stream once it is done in glorious 4K. You feel me? So, without further ado, we're going to come back on to the Verg Forest. And I'm in the midst of retraining myself with a VSS, so I'm bringing it back out. Fun fact, this video was about to go up at the end of November, but turns out in this time slot I left a hole. I don't know why I did, but I did. Alright, so why am I going to show you all this video? Well, as the title implies, I'm going to try and show you how to improve your awareness and vigor. Step 1. Buy a pair of over-the-ear headphones. I'm going to answer this FAQ right now. The kind of headphones I use to play this game, open up Google or go to Bing or whatever search engine you use, type in the letters PDP level 3. Those are the kind of headphones I use. Okay? So that's step 1. Buy a pair of over-the-ear headphones. Because if I didn't have some over-the-ear headphones, I would not have been able to hear this guy. Okay? Step 2. Know your spawn points. And that comes in time. You're not going to learn every single spawn point whenever you first get the game. This video is kind of geared toward a new player that is starting to find their groove with this game. Once they get past all the head-ass bullshit. Know your spawn points. Because that leads into point number 3. Point number 3 is to know the different kinds of player. Now this right here, this point, you're going to have to die to learn this point. You're going to have to die. And when I say that, I mean you're going to have to die and then watch everybody else in the lobby. That's what I mean. Because I want to say about 70% of the kills I get, I watch them for about a good minute or so to figure out what kind of player they are. Are they a sweaty player? Are they going to go prone in a tree kind of player? Are they going to hide in the bush kind of player? Or are they going to hide and watch a certain area kind of player? The trade-off is this. The longer you let them live, the more potential attention they may get. Like this example right here. I heard the guy because I knew where the spawn point was. There's a spawn point in the forest in that little crevice where there's a bunch of stuff at. Yeah, that's right in front of me. So I heard him, and then now I'm like, is he going to stop or is he going to keep going? Looked at his back and I seen he had no weapon. 2 plus 2, as there's a freaking contact bomb in his house. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Homeboy has no weapon on his back, or so it seemed rather. He ran straight into a container, weapons container, and got destroyed. If I didn't take the time to let him live and figure out what kind of player he was, I probably would have got clapped by the dude on top of that rock. But I figured out what kind of player he was. He was desperate. He was trying to find a weapon. He was trying to make himself, armed. And that's understandable, because when you're not armed in this game, you're literally cannon fodder, as you clearly just seen. So that's step 3. Know your spawn points. And I guess step 3B is still to know your spawn points, because once you do know your spawn points, you can figure out where people are going to go and how they're going to get there. Notice how I put emphasis on how. It's not when they get there, it's the path they take to get there. If you can hear them and parallel them, or keep behind them without being seen, you're golden. You are absolutely golden. You know what I'm saying? So know your spawn points, because that way you won't be surprised whenever you hear somebody running in front of you. They spawn in front of you, so you should expect them to run in front of you. Make sense? Cool. Now, point number 4, and I'm going to go ahead and say, I think I may have already said this before. Know your different kinds of players. And I think I did say that before. My point is this. There are the players who will hide in a bush like right there, because there's something really important right here that you got to stop and use. Notice how I go in the exact same spot to check my map. I mean, it's kind of like watch your surroundings, because your surroundings are hostile, but that's the entire game. There are certain parts of certain maps where somebody will always be, no matter what. For example, the blue house on Fisk in the suburbs. A spawn point is right next to there. If you run over there quick enough, you can hear somebody in a blue house. And of course they're going to be there. They just spawned. Now, I'm not telling you to rush every spawn point and kill the guy that's there. That's not what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is, you should know somebody's there because you're aware that somebody's there. Know what I'm saying? Alright, so we covered 4 points so far. This half of this encounter is going to be point number 5. Watch this. Alright, so the airdrop is making its way to the battlefield. That time's safe, I didn't touch it. Somebody put a contact bomb there. I'm aware that if I shoot that contact bomb, all I'm going to do is give the person who placed it another well, not even the person who placed it, the entire map, the entire lobby, an added layer of, oh, he's there. Okay, cool. I'm going to go try to kill him. That's why I left it alone. Now, you see, I could try to enter the house from the back and climb up the staircase, well, walk up the staircase and try to unlock the time safe that way. But chances are, somebody's watching that time safe. Chances are. Or they were watching the time safe. Everybody does everything for a reason. If you watch them long enough, you'll find out the reason. Even if you don't catch a glimpse of them, you'll catch a glimpse of what they done. A corpse, a bomb, an open door, anything. All of that is improving your awareness that somebody's nearby. So check this out. I'm going to pop a radiation grenade on this airdrop, like how I always do. But notice how I don't do it immediately. Because it's too quiet. It's too quiet, there's too many trees, and I don't hear anything. So boom. Radiation grenade planted. But it's kind of far, so it don't really matter. Notice how close that airdrop is to an exit. Remember that. I'm going to walk back down this hill and see what else I can get myself into. Spoiler alert, it's going to be quiet. Before you say, oh, quiet encounters mean good encounters. No. Do not trust a quiet encounter. Just like how you don't trust a quiet shootout, or in my case, you don't trust a quiet shootout because that means everybody is either prone in the bush in a shootout, or on one knee deep in a tree with a port waiting for something to happen. Now you see what I did right there? I got pinged by somebody's port. And what do? I turn around with my camera because I'm expecting them to go for the airdrop. It's a matter of putting two and two together. But here's the thing. You know you got pinged, but you don't know where you got pinged from. So you see, I walk back over here and I check the container and I don't hear anybody and I don't see anybody. Like I said, point number 5 is learning that everybody does everything for a reason. Figure out the reason, you will improve your awareness. Look, I got pinged one time. The time safe didn't go off. The airdrop wasn't retrieved. Nothing happened. What does that tell me? I had to either be nearby him or he's far off on the map. It's extreme. And I want to say I'm nearby because I'm right in the midst of 3 really important things. The airdrop, the container, and a time safe. But again, notice how the time safe wasn't hit. And now we're approaching a dying seconds of the match, right? And I think to myself, I can sneak up through here. But I don't know if you caught that. That path is now covered up by radiation. And I get pinged once again. And so I say to myself, where is this guy at? Where is he at? I got pinged twice. He used up both of his ports at the very end of the match. What is he doing? Where is he at? I'm running because I don't want to be in the same spot where I got pinged at. Okay. Now come back up here to the container with my shotgun out, thinking he's going to be in the bush or a tree. Because, you know, one shot, one kill. With a shotgun, that's what you want. And yet nothing happens. Again, notice how I'm lingering near the airdrop. I'm expecting him to grab the airdrop. Or should I be? Because in a moment, you want to see the light bulb go off in my head. Or on top of my head. I'm going to approach the airdrop cautiously. And I'm thinking, he got to be near here. Either he's watching the airdrop from afar, or he's in a tree somewhere. Gotta be. And you see how slow and how quiet I'm moving, even though it's pure daylight on the Vigor forest and the ground is white. That airdrop's still on the ground, people. He used the port twice, and yet the map is not making a single sound. And now I decide to leave. But in a moment, I'm going to pull up the map and I'm going to show you where he is. Or at least I have a really good hunch of where he is. You know what? I thought I put up a map here. Guess I was wrong. Remember what I said earlier about how close that airdrop is to an exit? I'm willing to bet 10 dimes that homeboy is in that exit, watching the airdrop with a port. Or, case 2, he's in a tree nearby. Because nobody hits their port twice at the end of the match and doesn't do anything. I want to say he hit his ports twice to try to catch me going for an airdrop. However, since I was so close to the airdrop, he thought to himself, oh, he's going to go for it. All I gotta do is wait him out. No, this is not my first rodeo. I guarantee you right now, guarantee you, if I went for that airdrop, I would die. Guarantee you. Because that's how some players are. Some players will wait until the end of the match and then start doing everything. When I say everything, I mean using their ports. The time safe wasn't hit, but the container was. By me, after killing a guy who was watching the container. This is forest, people. People will wait in forest. The trees have eyes. The leaves have guns. My fault. The kind of players that you need to watch out for are the players that don't make any sound. And I'm saying to you right there, that's where he's at. Why wouldn't he be right there? It's near the airdrop. He has a guaranteed exit behind him. Guaranteed exit. And he covered up one path to the airdrop. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. I understand this video is a bit different, but as I said in a previous video, or if not the title of a previous video, Vigor is more than a shooting game. Once you get down the habit of aiming and leading your target, then you gotta learn the second half of the game, and that's where the real game begins. The mental game. Figure out what somebody's doing, unravel their plan, and destroy it. Or, in this case right here, leave it alone, because it's not worth it. I'll be sure to catch you next time. Until then, peace.